Michael Bisping came around at the right time for British mixed martial arts. He came around at a time when we needed someone that was confident and ferocious and successful. And he was all of those things.
He was the guy in the UK that was driving the UFC product, that was the pioneer for us. He's been on more covers than any fighter in the history of fighters only over the last 10 years. Again, that
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Mike's a dick, and he doesn't have a problem being a dick.
England 1, USA 0. Fucking none.
The Americans don't get British sense of humour. Fact.
Did UK win?
And I think that made him seem to be maybe a bit cocky, maybe a bit over-aggressive to the Americans.
Welcome to the UFC, dickhead. Back to the fucking little leagues after this.
But the English love that sort of banter.
I just don't like the look on his face. I mean, he seems like a nice enough guy, but he has got a face designed for punching.
Bisping is who he is, and who he is fits right into what we do.
This is mano a mano, individual versus individual. On September 22nd, I'm going to individually beat the crap out of him.
He'll let you know exactly what he thinks, whether you like it or not, and I think it's fun.
I'm a better wrestler, better jiu-jitsu, better boxing, better kickboxing. I'm fitter, I'm stronger, and I'm better looking. The fuck is he going to do?
Michael's ability to sell fights has always been one of his strongest assets. And I think the reason that he's so successful at it is because it's not contrived in any way.
I have no respect for that guy whatsoever. I think he's a piece of shit, is what I think. And I'm not sure if I'm getting my message across on how I feel about him.
People don't want to go and watch a fight between two guys that say niceties to each other and shake hands all the time. Like, you're not going to get that from Michael Bisping. He's not going to want to shake your hand during the fight because he's come to fight you.
Fighting, yeah, of course, it's a very physical sport, but the mental aspect of it is huge. And you can have an opponent beat before the fight even starts. Whenever I weigh in for a fight, generally there's always a bit of fireworks and a bit of, argy-bargy. And I do that not because I'm a bloody crazy maniac. It's mind games. I'm trying to get in his head. I'm trying to tell him on that scale, right then and there, mate, this is real. Right, see me? Tomorrow night, I'm going to be in your face.
Mike has a knack for making every fight he's in interesting. He gets under people's skin. He trash talks. He makes it personal. That's an art form. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. People want to watch him fight because they either want to see him win or they want to see him get crushed. But either way, they're watching. Behind all of the smiles, the laughs, some of the trash talk, he's an extremely hard worker. He is a lifelong martial artist who's put a tremendous amount of time into his craft. He puts long hours in the gym since he was a child. And that, as a mixed martial artist, as a lover of this sport, that demands your respect.
I've never called Bisping, and Bisping's wanted to turn down an opponent. Bisping's always up for the challenge to fight anybody.
Oh, just teeing away is Michael Bisping!
He's extraordinarily well-rounded.
Overwhelming aggression, dominance on the ground.
The volume and the pace that he can maintain is one of his greatest weapons, on top of excellent hand speed, precision accuracy, and very good footwork.
Michael Bisping has the record for the most significant strikes landed.
Wow. There's the combinations of Bisping that have been so effective in his career.
It's an amazing record to hold. It just defines his output and his work rate and his conditioning as well, to be able to throw as many strikes as he has in his UFC career. Almost 1,500, I think, in total. For every one punch that you throw at him, you can guarantee he's going to throw 3 or 4 back in your direction.
He's never been a fighter that waits for Joe Silva to pick up the phone. He's never been like that his entire career. He's always ready to call not just the next guy, but the guy after that out as well. He's always looking 2 steps ahead in his career. And I think that's why he has stayed relevant in the top 10 of the middleweight division for so long, even though he has had losses.
Every fighter wants to fight for the belt. And to achieve that, you have to work your way up. And I've done that several times. I've got into #1 contender matchups to where if I'd have won that fight, I'd have been fighting for the belt. And it's nobody's fault but mine. I lost those matchups.
He was always so close. He was never completely outclassed. He was never completely outworked. He was never out-cardioed. He was never outstruck. He was fighting with everything he had. He was improving between fights, and he was fighting the best guys around.
We all wanted Bisping to get his title shot, and he fell short on so many occasions. We thought he'd gone. We thought he'd passed him by. It looked like it was never going to happen. You know, how many times can a guy have a final eliminator and fall at the final hurdle?
Tremendous high kick. Caught Bisping right on the outside of the eye there.
It's well documented I had a nasty eye injury. Vitor Belfort threw a head kick, detached my retina, and I was unlucky with that, you know. I mean, really, everything that can go wrong with an eye went wrong. It was one thing after the other. It was over a year, sat there doing nothing. You miss that excitement, you miss the thrill, you miss being in the thick of it all, you know. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to fight again. You know, fortunately, the doctors did a great job. I had a number of surgeries, passed the medicals, I could still fight. And it is what it is. You know, you play these games, fighting the UFC, they're messing around. This is it's real stuff, you know, so with real consequences. But it is what it is. I wouldn't change a thing.
Again, he's come back from adversity. You know, there was the Henderson knockout, then there was the Vitor knockout. Now we're in a situation where he's got a potentially career-ending injury, and he's determined to work through it and come back he does.
That's the Michael Bisping we have known since 2006. Look at that. Great cardio combination. Cuffley goes down. Bisping looking to finish. It is all over.
I took some time off, had some problems. This is what I'm capable of. Believe me, I'm capable of better. What do I want? I want the title. There's an idiot called Luke Rockhold who doesn't stop talking about me. I think he has the hots for me, to be honest. Luke Rockhold, you called me out. If you want to do it, let's dance. Here I am.
As with all of Michael Bisping's fights, pretty much, the Rockhold fight was rife with bad blood.
Luke Rockhold came down to my gym one day when I was training to fight somebody. I forget who it was. We sparred, and he can say whatever he likes. I beat the piss out of him. I beat him from pillar to post, and that was that. Now, I didn't mention anything, but I was on a TV show, and they said to me, "Oh, Michael, we heard that you sparred with Luke Rockhold recently. How did that go down?" And I said, well, let's put it like this. I said, I'm now the unofficial Strikeforce champion. It was a joke. This guy cannot get over it, and ever since then, he's so upset about it, just won't shut up.
My hands were on my knees for 2 rounds straight. And you couldn't do a damn thing in the best shape of your life as I'm switching my stance.
I made an off-the-cuff remark. I was having a laugh.
Tasteless remark.
Well, whatever. That was a long time
tasteless.
ago. Now we're going to fight. So, you know, we'll get to the bottom of it pretty fast.
Yeah,
and I'll knock that smug look off your face, son. Believe you me.
Rockhold and Bisping have similar personalities, and they rub each other the wrong way.
How many guys have you actually knocked to the floor?
Plenty. What? Many.
Never seen it.
Bisping's a guy, just he opened his mouth, so I'd love to shut him up for good.
If that lanky streak of piss wants to get it on, I have no problem.
It's one of those fights where neither guy wants to lose to that guy.
It's going to be a great fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Luke Rockhold at the time, he was the future. He was the middleweight division at that point. He was on a freight train towards Chris Weidman, and everybody was tipping Rockhold to completely dominate this division for a long time.
Well, it's been a long time coming. Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping.
Again, it just wasn't his night. He seemed to be so concerned with other things going on around him that he didn't give Rockhold his full attention.
Oh, and a head kick. Bisping's down. Big head kick. Oh, and that could be it. This could be the finish. Luke Rockhold with a one-arm mounted guillotine.
It kind of felt like his last chance. That wasn't the first or the second or even the third eliminator he'd been in. He'd had more than his fair share. It looked like the end of the road.
I remember stepping into the octagon, and that was the first time I saw a question in his eyes. It was the first time he looked like, maybe I'm not going to make it.